my day ones, here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Tonight, we wrap up Week 3 with a good Monday nighter here between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to Week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jones.
He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Rodgers to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers.
He'll complete this one to Watson.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a first down carry by Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, Rodgers on the move to his left. Open man left side. It's the tight end DeGuara. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Partner, he just surpassed 60,000 career passing yards. I remember when you and I were there when he hit 50, now 60. Where does this stop?
I don't know where it stops, but how did we even calculate this one, right? Long division? New math? Use an abacus?
I trusted you. You're smarter than I am.
My calculator shorted out on this one. 60,000 yards. Congratulations.
Man, has it been fun to track his career, and it continues. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Rodgers.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Rodgers going to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay at a 7-point game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
On play action, now Brady. Rolling, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. And they get to him right out of the gate, and this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on second and long, but now you still have to deal with third and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Brady on third down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
And here now the punter, Fox, as he sends this one away.
Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll be out right at the 35. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Running right, Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers being chased out left. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Jones is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. They'll try and run it in with Jones. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
They'll go with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Aaron Jones with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point put through by Succop, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Brady. That's into the hands of Fordson. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And some room to work. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 44 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
I know it's all smiles on the offensive side of the ball right now, but you and I both know the entire mindset was just pick up the first down. What do you call that? One of those gravy plays?
Gravy, absolutely. They got more than they bargained for.
Love the way it turned out for them. Couldn't imagine going into the play that they thought this would be the end result.
Yeah, the defense got to be shaking their head, though. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Now Brady. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 2nd down, Swift. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Play action. Now it's Brady. He'll buy some time right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
They'll run with Swift.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift.
As the first half is winding down. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. This pass complete to Melton.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flushed from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Brady now on first down. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
69 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They'll find Williams on the slant. And they're going to get this up to midfield. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
Well, this has been all that we'd hoped for. Two of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a one-score game here in the second half. 1st and 10. Brady's throw there complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for that flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
And what do you think, partner? A little sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight. What they're hoping now is to build a little momentum off of it and give a more genuine reason to cheer down the road.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Brady. Goes with the out route and completes it to Swift.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Brady. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a play fake. Brady. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Brady going to go on 4th down. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. That's taken in by Watson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Jones. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try the right side with Jones. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense offense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. It's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Packers have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 94 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete there to Moore.
Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll bring up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Ooh, the juke. Wow, incredible.
Miss.
Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift.
His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here on the 4th.
Point after here coming up. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. Buying time to his left. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They fake the handoff. Now Brady sliding out of the pocket.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's pretty nice to watch as he matched the route with the receiver and stayed right there, stuck to him like glue, almost hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder, helped force the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. On play action, it's Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. A give to Jones. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
92 yards rushing now on 23 carries so far.
Missed tackles may doom this team.
I just had a bad flashback. That's why I'm sitting up here with you right now. You've got to tackle him inbounds. You've got to wrap him up.
Now Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Packers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are, but what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. To throw is Brady. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Brady. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Brady to throw. And Sharp calls it in. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
Second and 10.
Now Brady. Letting one go deep for the end zone.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now Brady got to have this one. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. One final try now for Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Defensively now, one more play to stop. What are they looking for?
You want to take away their #1 running option that you've scouted and take away their #1 receiver and see if someone else can beat you.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. One final shot. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. That is caught. Touchdown, and no time remains. And they're an extra point away from winning this football game.
But that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right. Just one more element to complete the victory. The kick is good, and can you believe this? They win it with zeros on the clock. Well, this was a game we'll have in the memory banks for a while. The winning touchdown at the end, and then they had to get that extra point. You know, the knees were shaking, but he put it through, and boom, a dramatic victory.
And just remember, prior to 2015, that extra point almost felt routine, didn't it? Like it was a fait accompli. But when we moved it back to the 15, now the drama kicked in. So, yes, a touchdown, extremely important. Obviously, they had to have it. That was